Hi.
Hi, are you sure you can prepare for product based companies through this course?
Yes, sitting at home?
No way!
Yes, way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Today we have Nikhila with us, who is currently in fourth year, and she is from RVR and JC College of Engineering. So let's have the introduction from her. Let me add her to the stream. Hi Nikhila, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm doing well, fine. What about you,
Okay,
sir?
yeah, I'm doing also fine. So how is the situation at your place? Your colleges are reopening at this point, or it is still on the online mode?
Reopening, sir. But I have only project in this sem, so I'm from home only.
Okay, fair enough. So can we have a bit of introduction from your?
Yes. Hello, good evening, everyone. And I'm Chidella Nikhila, and I'm from Vettapalam, Andhra Pradesh. I'm currently pursuing BTech final year in the stream of Information Technology in RVR and JC College of Engineering, Guntur. And I have done internship on machine learning with Python and also developed 5 projects, one from web development, two from machine learning, and another two from deep learning. My primary skills are C, Java, Python, and database management system. That's it.
Okay, seems like you are quite well prepared. So you told that you are good with machine learning. So can you talk a bit about your projects that you have worked?
Yes, in machine learning, I developed 2 projects, and one is mini project and another is major project. Mini project is about iris classification. Iris is a species which contains 3 classes, and by using different approaches and different algorithms, we have developed and classified iris dataset. And comes to major project. We have classified human images from non-human images and also Indian images, especially from other non-Indian images using grid search CV and support vector machine.
Okay, that's great. So we would be having the DSA interview now. So in the DSA round, I would be giving you a couple of questions, and you don't need to write the input and all. You just need to write the function. First, I would explain you the question, then I would give you some test cases, and after I am done, after I'm well convinced with your approach, I would be testing you on some of the test case. I would be telling you to test upon some of the test cases, and if that passes, we would move on to the next question. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So all the best. Let's see how it goes. Okay.
Thanks.
So can you please share your screen
Yes, sir.
and open the doc and turn off your notifications?
Sir, is it visible?
Yeah, I would be adding it to the stream. Yeah, now it is visible. Just open this doc in the full screen. Yeah, it is visible. Just open the doc in the full screen. Go to the three dots located just below the cross. Three dots, right hand side. Yeah, just go to that only. Just go to that. And after that 100% on the right hand side, just beside that 100%. No, just after that. Just after that. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Now, the question is that you would be given an array of 0, 1, and 2. What do I mean by this? That I would be giving an array of n elements, n would be given to you, and then suppose the number of n value is 5, so you would be given 5 elements. In the array would only consist of 0, 1, and 2. And what you need to do is you need to sort that array where 0 would come at the first place, all the zeros, then 1 would take place, then the 2 would take place. Okay. Are you clear with the question?
Yes,
Still,
sir.
I would just, okay, still I would give you a test case to understand. Suppose you have n is equals to 5. Kindly write the test case in the doc. Yeah, so we have n is equals to 5. Then the array can be 0, 2, 1, 2, and 0. Okay. The output of this would be 0, 0, 1, 2, 2. Okay, sorted in ascending order. Okay, fair enough. You are clear with the question, or should I give you one more test case?
I'm clear, sir.
Okay, fair enough. So give give this question some time, think about it, and let me know how would you proceed in this scenario. Till then, I'm just increasing the font size. Yeah,
Sir,
yeah, tell me.
sir, the brute force approach is if we sort the array, then
Hmm.
then we can get increasing order of zeros, ones, and twos. That is the brute force approach. It
Okay,
takes order of
order of.
n square if we apply bubble sort.
Okay, is there is can we improve on the sorting part?
Yes, sir. We can use either quick sort or merge sort. We can decrease the complexity to order of n log n.
Okay, okay, fair enough. Now, sorting this, so you would be taking the array, you would be sorting it from front to back. Okay. You would be using to improve on the sorting time, you would be either using quicksort or merge. Now, moving forward, can you optimize, so kindly tell me the space complexity of this too before moving forward.
Space complexity
Yeah, you would be
in
given an
place.
array,
Yes, sir. Order of n.
order of n.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How it is order of n?
In merge sort, we we add another array in sorting, sir. So
Okay.
it's order of n.
So merge sort is an in-place algorithm. Is merge sort an in-place algorithm or it is not?
Oh, sorry, sir. If it is in place sort, we don't have any extra space.
Okay, so then what would be the time complexity?
Order of n log n.
Okay, order of n log. Okay,
Yes.
so the time space complexity is what then?
Order of one, sir.
Order of one. Okay, fair enough. Now suppose I want you to improve on the time complexity. How would you do that?
Sir, we can take three variables n1, n2, and n3, and in the linear for I will traverse the array once and count
Hmm.
number of zeros, number of ones, and number of twos,
Okay,
and modify it in the array in the given input array without any extra space complexity.
okay, fair enough.
It takes
So,
another for loop, but it is order of n.
okay, okay, okay. So what is the time complexity of this?
Order of n, sir.
Order of n. So how many traversal do you need to do on the whole array?
For one time, I will traverse once for finding number of count of zeros, ones, and twos, and
Hmm.
after completion of that, I will modify in that array only. So it takes another for loop.
Okay. 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 So basically, it is n plus n, that is 2n, but constants are ignored. That is why the time complexity is big of n. But
Yes.
now, suppose I want you to improve on this also. I want you to do this on a single iteration. How would you do that? Take your time, it's absolutely fine.
Yes.
Try to think that how can we directly swap the elements in one go? Okay. Like in the second approach, what are you doing is you are keeping three variables and you are counting zeros, ones, and twos. Now try to think in that direction that when I come across one, or when I come across zero, or when I come across two, can I do assign its position at the same time? Can I decide its position at the same time? And I won't need to traverse again. Can I do something like this? Try to think in this way.
Yes, sir.
Like suppose you have three hands, okay? Three hands. This is two
Yes.
hands, absolutely. Three hands. So now suppose this has encountered a zero. So this has encountered a zero at the end. But what is the desired position of that zero? The desired position of that zero should be in the front, somewhere in between zero or in front of the zero. Are you getting me?
Sir?
Yeah, see, suppose you have three hands.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
suppose you have three pointers. So one would be pointing in the middle, one would be pointing here, one would be pointing here. Now,
Yes, sir.
suppose this pointer came across zero. Okay. But what I want is, I want here to be two and zero should be at this position. So can I think of something that using three pointers, go in the direction of three pointers. Try to think in that direction. Can I do some juggling or something?
Swapping, I think it will work.
Yeah. Yeah. Swapping is the correct way, but try to optimize it further. How would you do that swapping and three pointers? How would you try to mix that? Try to think in that direction. Just be calm and think. Try to see how can I put the same thing at the same position, at the correct position at that point of time only. I don't need to traverse again. Okay, so no worries. Let us just skip this question as of now, and I would explain you this question after I'm done with the next question, okay?
Okay, sir.
Fair enough? So,
Okay.
okay. So people are so Shivam Maurya is wishing you luck. Rohan is also wishing you good luck. Okay? Just be calm, you don't need to be. Okay, fair enough. Moving forward. Okay. Now, what do you know about median? Can you tell me what is
Well,
basically a median? Yeah.
it's the middle one
Yeah,
in
middle
the
one.
whole array.
Now, suppose if it has three elements, one, two, and three, then it would be the middle one.
Yes.
Now, suppose it has four elements. What would be the middle one? Just write it in the doc. Just remove all. I would be removing this. You don't need to do that. So now suppose in the doc itself, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I want the median of that. So how would I calculate the median? Can you tell me?
Average of middle two numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what. Now, I would be so the question is like this, okay? You would be given two sorted arrays. The first one is array A and array B, okay? And what you need to do is you need to find the median of both, a median of the whole array, okay?
Okay, sir.
Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me give you a test case to this. Now suppose I have the first array A as 1 and 3, and just write the test cases at the doc itself. I would be removing this. Yeah, I would be removing this. Yeah. 1, 2, and the array B is just 2. Okay. Now suppose the array after merging them would be 1, 2, and 3. So the middle element is 2. That is why the output of this is 2. Okay. Are you clear with this question, or should I give you one more test case?
Sir, can you give me one more test case? Test case.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Just let me write the output of this. Yeah, fair enough. Now suppose the next array is 1, 2. Array A is 1 and 2. And array B is 3 and 4. Okay. Tell me what would be the output of this.
2.5.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Why 2.5? Because after merging them, it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So as told, it would be just 2 plus 3, that is 5. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So basically, you need to return a double. Okay. You need to return a double to get the decimal part. Now, tell me how you can do it.
Sir, we can first merge the two arrays and
Okay.
we find the median
Okay.
for
And
odd element.
now, okay. Now, can you tell me that how can we merge the two arrays?
Merging first we will take a loop while loop and the condition is condition is any one array should be elements or we will find first we will take a while loop and after that we will adding one by one element into resultant array by we will have three conditions. First condition is that if um, first array element is less than array element of second, then we
Hmm.
will add it. Then we will add first array element into resultant array. Then we will
Hmm.
move on the pointer.
Hmm.
If array element B is less than array element A, we will add we will add array element of B into resultant array and we will move on B pointer. If both the elements are equal, then we will add both the elements into resultant array and increment both the pointers of A and indices of A and B.
Okay. Fair enough. So just take the input of A in the function itself. Just take it as a parameter. Take A, take B, and take N and N. Now, a small thing to mention because I'm not writing the problem statement. It is not necessary that N would be equal to M. So it boils down to the fact that the size of the two arrays can be different. The array of A, the size of A can be 5 and the size of B can be 7. Okay, this is what. And they can be 5, 5 also. So can you write the function itself?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you need to return a double. Just a small bit of correction. Sorry to interrupt. The small bit of correction is you are taking the input int A. You need to take an array A and array B.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. And the double of the D of double should be in small case. Yeah, fair enough. All the best. Just go on. Let me go through the comments. Okay, people have started spamming and it's okay to is not intuitive at all. Yeah, Rahul Kumar Singh, the thing that you asked that for me the optimized solution is not intuitive at all. We would talk about this, okay? We would talk about this at the end of this mock interview. We would talk about this, how to handle these things. Okay. Okay. And yeah, Lalit is replying to Siddhi. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here A1 is A and A2 is B. Okay, yeah, Rahul, it's absolutely correct. But the thing is that suppose if you would be coding in a local editor or something, it might be the case, and it's quite happening. So if in that case, if you don't consider the lowercase and the uppercase, it does provide you a problem, and you think that where I'm going wrong. And interview में थोड़ा pressure तो होता है, and we make silly mistakes, and we are not able to do that. That is why that see this mock interview is for learning. So these small things, if you just keep in mind, then it would help you in the long term. No, no, there's nothing to be sorry. Why say sorry? Yeah, Lalit, you are also correct. But see, both practices are done. So suppose if you are applying for a coordination or something, they sometimes ask in IDE. Why? Because sometimes what happen is they test on the edge cases. Because the normal general cases would pass, but the edge cases or something. Yeah, pen and paper is absolutely the best. But nowadays, these all COVID scenarios not doing that. Okay, the merging is done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we won't be going to the basic part. That is, we would be going to the middle element. We would be taking the average of it and we would be returning it. So let's skip that part to save time. Okay, so can you tell me what is the time complexity of this approach?
Order of M plus N, sir.
Order of m plus n. What is the space complexity of this approach?
Order of M plus N.
Order of m plus n. Okay,
Yes.
absolutely great. So can we improve further on the time complexity?
Time complexity.
A little bit. No, this interview is not tied under 45 minutes. We can increase this. This is absolutely flexible. It might be the case that it might end before 45 minutes. Try to take, see, suppose there is an array, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you look at the right-hand side, then that part would be greater than the left-hand side. These all elements would be greater than these all elements if
Yes,
it is
sir.
already sorted.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you see this type of problem, so suppose there is an unweighted graph and you need to find the shortest path. Then you try to think of all the algorithms that are given to you, like BFS, 01 BFS, Dijkstra, these all things, okay? So in the
Yes, sir.
same way, when you come across this problem and the array is already sorted, okay, and you know that doing an n log n operation is not going to help us because we have a better solution that we would pick up the elements, assign them in an array, and we can do that. So let's not go in that direction, but try to think at the back of your mind. But say me, can we improve on the space complexity a bit? Can we improve? That is space complexity is m plus n.
Yes, sir.
Take your time, it's absolutely fine. Okay, see,
Sir, if
you have, yeah, tell me.
sir, we are calculating only median. We do not have to store all the elements.
Yeah,
Just we need to find if there is an odd elements or even elements. If there is an odd element, we can store only one variable for a median. We can take one variable, or if it is an even, we have to take two variables, and um, I take a variable called count. If if the count is at middle, and if there
Hmm.
is an odd element 7, if there is an odd element 7, um, I will take a count, and in place of the resultant array, I will count at I will stop at 3, or I will stop at 4, 0, 4, fourth element, and I will return that element.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, so what is the time complexity after doing this modification to this program?
Um, Space complexity is order of 1, and time complexity is order of n.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Great going. Now, can we improve on the time complexity a bit?
time
So take
complex.
advantage of this thing. See, two things. The array is sorted. Next thing, the this side elements, the right hand side elements are greater than the left side elements. Try to think in that direction. What are the available algorithms if the array is already sorted? What are the available algorithms? Something like binary search or something?
Yes, sir. For binary search,
Hmm.
we can find it in order of login.
Yeah, absolutely. So try to think that how can we use binary search over this? Okay, so let's end at this position, and you are quite near to the solution, but still I would have some ending notes for you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I'm removing your screen, so just unshare your screen now. Okay, so let's talk about the first problem. Okay, the first problem uses Dutch algorithm. Now, basically, what is Dutch algorithm? Let me explain you quickly. Okay, let me explain you just a rough idea of it. Okay, so yeah, yeah, see. So suppose the array is 2, 1, 0. Okay, then suppose we have again 2, 1, 1. Okay, now what we can do is we can have a pointer at this position. This pointer would be left. I'm calling it L for simplification. Then this would be the pointer mid. And here we would also have a pointer right. Okay, left, right, and mid. Now, the algorithm says us what we need to do is we want all the zero to be before the L. Okay, we want all the zeros to be before the L, and we want all the one to be after the R. And if we do these two things, then automatically the one would fall at this place. Let me do some iterations of it. Now suppose this is mid. Okay, so mid is having the value 2. So we know that 2 should lie at after the R, after R. So what we would need to do is we would go at this position and swap it. So we would remove this one and we would write here 2 and we would write here 1. Okay. Now, now we would again, and this R would come in front. Why? Because we have 2 after. After R, it is 2. So we now have the condition fulfilled. Next, what is there is we have the mid as 1. So if mid is equals to 1, we want this only. So there is no point in doing that. Now we move this pointer to the next one, that is this one. Now if we, okay, just let me take the whole of it. Yeah. So if we take this one, this is also equal to 1. So there is no point in doing the swapping. Now we come across this 0. So this 0 would go at which position? The right hand side or the left hand side? Tell me.
Left hand side.
Left hand side? Yeah, absolutely correct. So this 1 would go at this position and this 0 would come at that position. Now it would be made to 0 and it would be made to 1. Now again, this would move forward and we would move the mid to this position. Now what we want is, we want the 2 to be after R. So what we are doing is, we would be replacing this 2 with this and this 1 with this. Now if you observe, we have 0, 1, 1, 2 and 2. This is how we are sorting, and this is named as Dutch national flag algorithm. Okay,
Okay, sir.
fair enough. Now let's move to the next problem. Okay, you were given two arrays, array A and array B. The array A is A1, A2, A3, and array B is B1, B2, B3, and B4. Suppose. Okay, so n is equals to 3 and m is equals to 4. Now the first approach that you told us, that we can directly say that if this is the smaller element, we would take that and we would store that in an auxiliary array. And the next optimization which you did was quite commendable, to be honest, that we would only take care of the median, because only median is required for us. Why to take the whole array of it? That is why we
Yes,
are
sir.
only caring about the median. And that was great, to be honest, from your side. Now moving forward, what we can do is, how many elements? Okay, so this is 4 elements and this is 3 elements. Okay, 4 plus 3 is equals to 7. So what we need to do is, we want 7 elements and then we want the middle of it. Now we can do this. So let's decrease this. Okay, let's decrease this. Then this would be, I would be able to explain it more properly. Yeah. So the size is now 3 plus 3. So total would be equal to 6. So if it is equal to 6, the elements would be 3 at this position and 3 at this position. Okay. Now what I can do is, I can take one element from A. I can take one element from A. Okay. And then the remaining number of elements of this left hand side from the second array. So if I'm taking one element from A for the left hand side, then how many elements are remaining from B? We have two elements remaining to fill up the three elements. So we
Yes.
have A1, B1. So let's write it down. Side. We have B1 and B2. Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Then suppose, to fill this position, how many elements are left? We have two elements left. So we have A2 and A3. Then we have B3 left. Now what we can do is, we can just see that if, so we definitely know that A1 is less than A2, A3. It is already known because it is a sorted array, and B2 is less than B3. So we will need to only check. We need to only check if this element is less than B3 or not, and this element is also less than B3 or not. If that is the case, then we are able to segregate. We are able to segregate three elements on this side and three elements on this side. So now we already have this. So if we take out the maximum of it, maximum, these two maximum, that would be the last element of this side. So if we take maximum of A1 and B2, we would be getting that element. And if we take the minimum from this side, that would be that element. So we already have these two corner elements of the median. So we can add them, divide by 2, and we can get them. Now, the first question that would arise in your mind is, how would we decide how many elements to take? Okay, how many elements to take? So what we can do is, we can binary search on the number of elements to take. Okay, so the minimum elements, that suppose the size of the array A is equals to n. So the minimal elements that can be taken from A is 0, that we take no elements from A. And the
Yes.
maximum elements that can be taken is all of the elements of A. Okay, all of the elements of A. So we can, this is the range that we are getting. If we are getting a range, then we can do a binary search on this. Not talking about this. Suppose the array is already sorted and you are able to come up with an ON algorithm, that too with constant space complexity. Then see, the array is already sorted. So what are the algorithms that we have for already sorted array or after sorting? So after sorting, we have the binary search, which is the most popular one. So try to think in that direction. Try to use the famous algorithms. Like suppose I want to consider all possible subarrays. So if I tell you that consider all possible subarrays, then the first thing that should strike in your mind is, so let me just open it. Yeah, so let me remove it. Yeah. So the first thing that should strike in your mind is, suppose you want to consider all possible subarrays. So all possible subarrays. So what you can do is you can first find out all the possible subarrays and you can give that approach to the interviewer.
Yes.
Next what you can do is you can think in terms of two-pointer algorithm, that I would go till it is valid, then I would take down this. This is what I can do.
Yes,
So
sir.
try to, so what you can do is I personally do it. That is why I am recommending you. If you are following sort of ideas, you can do that. But if you have a better idea, consider doing that. Okay, fair enough. But what I personally do is I have a checklist kind of thing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now suppose I see a graph problem, then I see the shortest path algorithm. So if it is all pair shortest path, then it is flawed version. If it is a weighted graph with positive edges, I use Dijkstra. If it is just two types of edges, then I use 0, 1 BFS. And if it is not weighted, unweighted, then I use binary, then I use breadth first search. So these all things can be used simple things, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now talking about how what is the feedback from my side. So are you clear with these two questions that is given or not?
Yes, sir. I'm clear, sir.
Okay, any queries regarding the question?
No, sir.
Okay, fair enough. Now moving forward, the feedback from my side. See, there are two aspects to solving question. Okay,
Yes, sir.
two aspects. The first one is that you have a very great problem solving ability and you are able to come with non-intuitive ways to solve a problem. Okay, suppose see, if you talk about the median of a binary search, median of these two sorted arrays, even I was not able to find a way to solve it in the first place. Okay,
Okay, sir.
that is completely fine. And if you talk about sort 0, 1, 0, 1 to sort 1, that is Dutch national flag algorithm. I have never used in my coding journey. So when I started preparing for the SDE interviews, so I started doing that. So that is why if you are very good with problem solving and if you are able to come with non-intuitive ideas, then consider acing in that. But if you're not that much great like me, what you can do is you can see the algorithms which are quite different and you can maintain a Google form or a notebook. Okay, like if you talk about that 0, 1 short path, you can just write Dutch national flag. We have three pointers, make all zeros point at the left, make all one point at mid, and make all two just one liner for your revision just before your interview. Then we have the median one. Then the first thing what you can write is you can write binary search. The next thing what you can write is take just eat a binary search on the number of elements from this. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so consider, so this, to be honest, these all problems that I asked, okay, apart from the first problem was a medium level problem which you are able to do quite good. And the second problem, the second optimization that you did was quite commendable. So these all problems have a quite high difficulty level. Okay, and you seemed comfortable in these all problems. So kudos to you, more power to you. You would be having a great journey, trust me. Okay, and these two problems, the second problem was on a hard level difficulty. Okay, and ask this problem so that you that push yourself for the next interview. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay,
I'll
any
definitely.
questions? Okay, any questions you have for me, or we can end the session after this?
No questions, sir. All
Okay,
good, sir.
fair enough. Okay, fair enough. That's great. Okay, yeah. Second problem. So Lalit, so viewers are also telling that second problem was quite hard. So yes, second problem. So by the way, the viewers, that is 46 minutes now. So we would wait for the next 2 minutes. So if you have any doubts, you can quickly ask me. Else, I would end the session after after 2 minutes. Now, yeah, the problem was quite difficult. Okay, but still, Nikhila managed to do a lot of optimizations. So, okay, we don't see any doubts coming in. So if you want to ask me anything, it is kind of a ask me anything session. You can ask me anything. Or if you want to ask Nikhila something, then she can answer for what is the time now? Okay, we would be waiting for the next 30 seconds and then we would be turning off the session. Okay, the first problem was here. Okay. Okay, so we see no doubts coming in. That is why we would be ending the session. Okay. So thanks a lot. We are ending on a good note. Nicola was able to perform very well. Hope, can you explain 01 sorting? Can you explain 01 to sorting again? So just rewatch this mock interview. If you're not getting the approach, consider connecting me on LinkedIn. My username is Siddhartha Hazra, and I would be answering all your doubts. Okay. Are you any Discord server? No, I'm not in any Discord server, but I have a personal, not from official Geeks for Geeks or something. I have a personal Telegram group where I chat a lot. Okay, I chat a lot, I talk a lot. Okay, and people like Lalit and all, they are in the group. Okay, so when will be the next mock interview? The next mock interview would be scheduled soon when the candidates would be applying. Okay, so most welcome. And if you want to apply, you can either fill the form or you can. So, okay. So that's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Okay. Good night, everyone. Keep coding and all the best for your next interview.